In preaching the gospel, we must live in the gospel. Witnessing should be a way of life for every Christian. Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 7. We are all teach all nations to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. Matthew chapter 28 verse 18 to 20. The gospel must be both lived out and held out as hope to a world in darkness. Living in the gospel. Even so, the Lord has commanded that those who preach the gospel should live from the gospel. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14. Living the gospel according to Jerry Bridges, the gospel is not only the most important message in all of history, but it is only essential message in all of history. Yet we allow thousands of professing Christians to live their entire lives without clearly understanding it and experiencing the joy of living by it. Jerry Bridges writes, I believe part of the problem is our tendency to give an unbeliever just enough of the gospel to get him or her to pray a prayer to receive Christ. Then we immediately put the gospel on the shelf, so to speak, and go on to the duties of discipleship. As a result, Christians are not instructed in the gospel, and because they do not fully understand the riches and glory of the gospel, they cannot preach it to themselves nor live by it in their daily lives. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5 to 6 NIV. Test yourself to see if you are in the faith. Examine yourselves. Or do you not recognize this about yourself, that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless indeed you fail the test. But I trust that you will realize that we ourselves do not fail the test. Another writings from Jerry Bridges. Living in the gospel means dependence to Him, Jesus Christ, for His righteousness standing before God on a day-to-day basis. To preach the gospel to yourself means that you continually pace to your own sinfulness and then plea to Jesus through faith in His shed blood and righteous life. Okay. Living in the gospel means you're teaching a lifestyle. No, Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5 to 9, the Israelites were commanded to teach the truths of God, redeeming love. You shall teach them diligently to your sons, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. You shall be as frontals on your forehead. You shall write on the doorposts of your houses and your gates. Pastor Peter and Diana Tanchi, effective parents model loving God with all their hearts, knowing and obeying God's word, and then they teach these requirements diligently to their children as a way of life. We cannot teach effectively what we do not practice, and we cannot give what we do not have. We must set the example first. The emphasis on teaching our children diligently when we sit, walk, lie down, and rise up. This is intentional lifestyle teaching, modeled daily in everyday circumstances. Preaching the gospel means necessity. Paul did not say, woe to me if I do not preach what Christ has done to me, but woe to me if I do not preach the gospel. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 16, for if I preach the gospel, I have nothing to boast of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yes, woe is me if I do not preach the gospel. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 5, for what we proclaim is not ourselves, but Jesus Christ as Lord, with ourselves as your servants for Jesus' sake. Jesus himself gave his own explanation of the essence of the gospel. In Acts chapter 26, Paul described his encounter with the risen Messiah who charged him with these words, I am sending you to open their eyes so that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and a place among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Acts chapter 26, verse 15 to 18. To break it down, Jesus sent his messenger or evangelist to open their eyes, that people may turn from darkness to light, from the power of Satan to God, in order that people can receive forgiveness and release from sins, and a place or inheritance together with others who have been made whole by faith in Jesus. The message of the gospel has power to bring revelation of spiritual truth, inspire a change in direction and turning from darkness to light, transfer us from one kingdom to the other, Satan to God's, bring forgiveness of sin, we just have to receive it, provide us with an inheritance, a place with God, make us holy by faith in Jesus. Sanctification is through faith in Jesus alone. According to Jesus, Yeshua in Hebrew, own explanation, the gospel message is not so much about the ways of kingdom light, but the open door of invitation into that kingdom. It is the power of God for salvation. We must also preach the gospel without charge. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 18. What is my reward then? That when I preach the gospel, I may present of Christ without charge, that I may not abuse my authority in the gospel. In preaching the gospel, we must be a servant. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 19. For thought I am free from all men. I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win the more. In preaching the gospel, we must be a partaker. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 22 to 23. To the weak I become as weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Now I do for the gospel's sake, that I may partaker of it with you. In preaching the gospel means also discipline. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27. But I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. From the term literally meaning to beat under the eye, he knocked out the bodily impulses to keep them from preventing him from mission of winning soul to Christ. From John MacArthur Study Bible Commentary.